Hello and welcome to another episode of my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we have a news. Yeah, you just saw that right, if you have seen like the first second of the trailer, because that was an Xbox logo, an Xbox Game Pass logo, and a PlayStation Studio logo together in one trailer. This is MLB The Show 21, and they have announced last year that this former PlayStation exclusive game is also coming to Xbox, which was already like, huh? But a lot of people just assumed, okay, well, this is probably coming from the MLB itself, which is the franchise holder of this whole thing, or the license holder. And people were just like, ah, well, okay, it's also coming to Xbox. But now they have announced that the game is also coming to Xbox Game Pass day one. Yep, on April the 20th, you will be able to play this game immediately if you are an Game Pass owner. And, well, the question is, what is going on here? Well, you could say that maybe LMB, who are the license holders of this, like NFL, like FIFA, and so on and so forth, like all those sport license holders, just push the button where like, hey Sony, sorry, like we also want to have this on other platforms. Maybe that was one of the deals, but it is still very interesting to see this, because keep in mind, Sony is still the developer. They have their own PlayStation Studio, or one of the PlayStation Studios actually, working on this game. So even if they say, well, some people say that this might be MLB who forced it, I'm not so sure about this. Like, I'm pretty sure that Sony had some leverage and that they basically decided to say, okay, you know what? Yeah, let's just bring it to Game Pass. Like, that is more than just bringing it to like another console. Like, bringing other games to other consoles when they have been exclusives and stuff has been happening for years now in the gaming industry, or they at least come to the PC. Like, we have seen it now with some PlayStation exclusives. We have, of course, seen it with Xbox, which completely moved over, but Xbox also bringing their games sometimes to Nintendo Switch or even to the PlayStation. That also happens. So it became more and more common, and Sony was the only company who was still in this mindset of 2006, where all those companies never really worked together. And Sony is changing drastically right now. If you have missed it, they have closed down their Japan studio. They have basically like let go a lot of developers, and now they're shifting a lot of stuff around. They're also bringing more and more games to the PC, and Sony is slowly opening up, and people are like, why are you doing this, Sony? Oh my god. And the answer is pretty simple. Money. They are a company. They have shareholders, and I always hate to say it, but the most important thing for a company is not you, it's not the fans, it's the shareholders. And that will never change, because capitalism, that's how it works. And for Sony, Sony has finally realized that they have basically reached peak performance. The PlayStation 4 has shown this. They have reached a point where they reach the amount of people they can sell a console to. Like, even though the PlayStation 4 was super successful, it reached the amount of sales, or got close to it, as the PlayStation 2 did decades ago. So this is probably a pretty good lead for Sony to understand that, yeah, maybe we have reached the amount of consoles we can actually sell to people. And we want to grow. We are a company. We have to make more money. So let's branch out. And they are testing the waters. Microsoft has done similar things around a decade ago, when they basically announced, yeah, we are also bringing our games to PC. And they have slowly tested the water. So a sport game makes much more sense to bring it to another console, and even to Game Pass, than some of the high profile games. Does that mean that a game like God of War would ever come to Game Pass? The answer is yes. If the money is right, if Sony slowly figures out how much money is there to be made, yeah, I mean, they have now tested the PC and they're really happy with Horizon Zero Dawn, how much money they made there. They also now announced, if you have missed that Days Gone will come to the PC, and they're slowly testing the waters there, but it seems like that Sony is really, really happy with those numbers. And a sport game is another good game to just test the waters and see if the amount of people who will not buy PlayStation, who will not buy the game on PlayStation because of that announcement, will outweigh the amount of people and the amount of money they make from Game Pass. If they see that only a small number is angry at Sony and say, okay, you know what, for that, I will not buy a new PlayStation, I will not buy this game on PlayStation. If they see that this number is just super small and they still make the amount of projected selling figures on the PlayStation, plus they can make the money from Xbox and Xbox Game Pass, Sony will do it again. It's just how it works. I know this is what people sometimes don't want to hear, especially if they have been Sony fans for years, but that's business. That's how economy works. So yeah, they will maybe do it again, and next time it will not be just a sport game, but it might actually like a game like God of War or something else, if the numbers work out. If the numbers don't work out, Sony might rethink this, and this will be the first and last game we will ever see on Xbox Game Pass from Sony. So we will see, but it is definitely an interesting development and something people should celebrate, because that means whatever you buy, you will find your games on the platform and you can just enjoy it there. And I think that's the best thing they can do. So I wouldn't be against it. With that said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and the analysis, definitely make sure to click on the like button on your way out. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more gaming news, deep dives to certain games, like right now we are focusing on Evil Genius 2. I'm also playing some Outriders live on stream, which you can find on trovo.live/ChaosMole, where I stream from Monday to Friday, starting at 8 AM EST with gaming news and then playing video games. You'll find also the link in the description if you want to check it out. But if you're new to the channel, I would also appreciate if you consider a subscription if you want to get more gaming news and more games in general. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.